I love it Drenthe because I think it's a really open race. So we have a strong team here and we wanted to make a really good one today.
It's a special race this, I win one time and I hope I have the best with my new team.
For race 2, the 2022 UCI Women's World Tour headed north to the Netherlands for the Ronde van Drenthe. Rolling out of Assen, South African Kerry Jonker was soon up the road. Rattling across the first of 6 cobbled sectors, the Andy Schleck CP NVST Immo Losch rider built a lead approaching 2 minutes. However, with Trek Segafredo and Jumbo-Visma on the front of the bunch, her lead would never last. After the first of 4 ascents of the Van Berg, Teuntje Beekhuis and Marta Jaskulska got a gap on a reduced peloton, but as the bunch swelled behind them, the 2 leaders were caught, and a series of further attacks headed up the road. Over and over, riders tried to get away, but nothing stuck, and the leading group was caught, allowing a large peloton to head across the flatlands and onto the Van Berg for the second ascent. Swiss champion Miron Ronde leading the way. As the gradient began to ramp up, the peloton began to stretch, and as they hit the cobbled climb, gaps began appearing. And with the pace remaining relentlessly high, those gaps grew larger and larger. Each time the race passed over the Van Berg, the same would happen. A split, a small group would get away and then be caught. But after the final time up, 4 women were away. But on the short ride towards the finish in Hogeveen, Sarah Roy, Christine Mejerus, Anoushka Costa and Nina Bousman worked hard to build a gap of around 20 seconds. But when they reached town, the kilometres slipping away, their lead was coming down, and Anoushka Costa attacked repeatedly to avoid the inevitable. Still they stayed away, but inside the final kilometre the writing was on the wall. Costa was caught and a bunch sprint was happening. 150 metres to go and Lorena Wiebes opened up, instantly getting a gap, sprinting away from her rivals and crossing the line to win her second consecutive Ronde van Drenthe.
I started not in good position, but Vijver stayed with me. Floortje and Vijver were chasing. And so I already said, I will find my own way for the sprint. I chose Balsamo her wheel and it went all good at the end. It was close with the break, but yeah, I had the confidence that they will close it.
Lorena Wiebes' victory made her only the second woman after Marianne Vos to win the Ronde van Drenthe 2 years running. World champion Elisa Balsamo sprinted to second, while Lotte Kopecky finished third. In the UCI Women's World Tour individual classification, Lotte Kopecky continues to lead, though Lorena Wiebes' victory moves her into second place.
It's actually a real honour. I didn't expect it at all. So I think it's a bit of a confidence boost as well, yeah.
Team DSM's Pfeiffer Georgie finished 15th, enough to move her into the top spot in the UCI Women's World Tour Young Rider classification, Shirin van Anrooy slipping back into second place.